Hey, folks, it's Lunch with Mal, and we're live. Um, you have to do marketing is required in November because Black Friday sales start November 1st these days. So the month can be tricky if you're not doing marketing, and even if you are doing marketing, it gets more expensive because your advertising competition is stiff, to say the least, during during Thanksgiving. There's been, I think, from what I can see, most people saw a drop, a market drop, either on Thursday and Friday or Friday and Saturday of last week. It depends a bit in your time zone for kind of when those things would show up for you. But there's usually, and that's normal to see, like a pretty pronounced 2 day drop on Thanksgiving. Some years it's more pronounced than others. But I've been doing this now for 10 years. And yeah, let me tell you, November is always a tough month. It's like a good month, but it requires more effort to make it better than October. Um, so if you don't increase the effort, the month ends up being about the same. Yeah, internet boycotting Amazon doesn't help either. But Amazon also had a really weird quirk that happened this month. I'll show you guys on my screen here. So this is an Amazon attribution graph. I've kind of cropped out some of the identifying data because this is actually all from a client. But you'll see, so the purple line, I don't know why I said that. The purple line is the number of clicks, and then the light blue line is the number of reads. And you'll notice that there was a precipitous drop on the 22nd in the number of clicks. This drop in clicks was not represented in Facebook. Facebook continued to deliver a consistent number of clicks through this period. Now, Amazon has always overcounted clicks a little bit, but now it seems like they're undercounting clicks. I don't know if this is a data processing issue, if they've just changed the way that they're counting clicks. I don't know what's happened, but it's made for some confusion this month. Some people saw it on the 16th, and some people saw it on the 22nd. But you can see, like, in a bunch of different ads here, all of them show this precipitous drop in clicks that happened on the 22nd. And like I said, for some people, that drop was around the 16th or the 17th. So it's twitchy. So hopefully, if you did see that, it was not accompanied by a drop in reads, but sometimes there have been a bit of a downturn in reads as well. Now that can just happen in the last week of November. So I've not yet determined, and the first week of December a little bit, I've not yet determined, is this drop in reads because of something related to this drop, this decrease in clicks, or is it just a natural thing? It's pretty difficult to tell. And I also don't know if this is just transient insofar as this dip in clicks. And I've seen this on every single attribution account. It's across everyone so far as I can tell. So that's something I'll be keeping an eye on and reporting on as I go. Hey Lee, how's it going? So my main experience has been, though, stuff like this, where the number of clicks dropped by half, but the reads, this reads particular ad, the reads are really choppy, but the reads are being relatively consistent. The highs are just as high. And for a few of them here and there, I'm seeing a dip. But like I said, that could just be, there's a lot of factors that could cause ads to dip. This is, as of today, the first day I would recommend making new ads since US Thanksgiving. Earlier in this week, you're still fighting the Cyber Monday prices, and your cost per clicks can end up being pretty high. Not always, sometimes they're fine, but they stand a good chance of being pretty high. So this is the first day I recommend. Like, if you want to make a bunch of Christmas ads, get on it today. But also, don't start any Christmas ads after noon Eastern Standard Time tomorrow, because that's really when the weekend starts. And that's my standing recommendation. I never start ads after noon EST on Fridays. So Monday through Thursday, and then Friday morning, basically, you can make ads. Friday afternoon, I wouldn't do it because then the ad's still oftentimes in learning mode come Saturday, and people's behaviors on the weekend are different. You don't want an ad in learning mode over the weekend. Yeah, I noticed that, honey. I saw you making ads. Yeah, it's this. So the thing to do really is the next 2 weeks. I mean, really, isn't that crazy? We have 2 solid weeks now before Christmas week. So the next 2 weeks are when you really want to hit your Christmas promos hard. Any additional sales, hitting your newsletter, Even just kind of like random promos you want to do, fan service things in the next 2 weeks are fabulous. Definitely consider doing fan service. One of the things I'm doing is over the last 5 years, I've done a bunch of short stories that have appeared in a variety of anthologies, and many of them are now unpublished because I never released them again myself afterward. Partially because some of them, like, I forgot the length of the contract that I was supposed to leave it exclusive for, so I just sort of let it go a little bit longer just in case. And I now have like 5 or 6 stories. I have over $100,000 words of short stories available that I'm going to be. I guess I can remove that now. That I'm going to be releasing on December 24th. So most of my readership has no idea that this is coming, and on December 24th, they're going to get like a bucket of short stories from me. I don't. Yeah, you only have 1 book or 2 books out. If it's just 1, then yeah, you're gonna be really lucky. The bigger your backlist gets, the more stable your month to month revenue can become. But it is. I mean, this is ever since the first time I got into being an author, the word on the street is that this is a feast or famine industry. Yeah, we should actually consider doing that, honey, because I'm doing. Jill just suggested that we do a Book Barbarian promo. Book Barbarian is good for fantasy and science fiction. Another one that's good for fantasy and science fiction is Reign of Reeds. And its reign is in like a monarch's reign, or reigns for horses. Reign of Reeds. Wait, is it? No, I forget. Those are spelled differently, aren't they? I think it's just art. It's the monarch's version. Anyway, I like say something aloud on live. I'm like, I don't know if that's right or not. Yeah, urban fantasy does well in Book Barbarian and Reign of Reeds for sure. It's just anything sort of fantastical. Like it's not the sort of place you do contemporary romance or something like that, but you could do or thrillers. But anything that's like paranormal, fantasy, romance, that's where I think could work there. Cozy fantasy would work there for sure, but not cozy mystery. So anyway, yeah, because we're doing the Weakest Marauders 1 through 7 omnibus. It's free for 4 days, December 14th through 17th. Because I'm doing a group promo advent calendar promo for science fiction that I got in on. So I'm doing that one free for 4 days. So that'll be a good time to cross promo that actually. Good, that's awesome.